Affinity Photo 2 Beginner's Guide, a quick look at making your own LUTs on the iPad. Hello and welcome to this look at making your own LUTs or lookup tables on the iPad. A LUT will change an image tone and color to a preset of mathematical values. You can get those values from an image you have edited yourself. Save them and use them again on future opened images, giving all the images you use the LUT on the same feel, without having to remember how you edited the original image. For those of you with a PC or Mac version of Affinity Photo, you can do this also pretty much in the same way. I have opened a steam train image from Pexels. I want it to look more like a vintage image, so I will give it a sepia colouring to achieve that effect. First I will open the adjustments options and select black and white. I will clear the screen a bit by returning to the Layers Studio. Then tapping and holding the red adjustment and then moving left or right, I can visually see what effect it is having to the underlying image's colour. I then did the same with the green adjustment and then all of the colour adjustments. Some adjustments may have little or no effect. It will depend on how much of each colour there are in the underlying image. Next I returned to the Adjustment Studio and added a recolor adjustment. Once more returning to the Layer Studio to clean the screen a bit. Much like the previous adjustment, I tapped and moved left and right to alter the settings of hue, saturation and lightness settings to suit my taste. I return to edit the settings of the black and white adjustment to get a look I liked. I then went back to the recolor adjustment for a final tinkering with the settings. When I was happy, I selected the document menu and from there selected Export LUT. This will open a panel with a sample image of a cat, showing what the effect the LUT would have on the cat image. At the bottom of the adjustments in this panel is a quality slider. I really do not know if there is an optimum setting for LUTs. I just set mine to 50. I then altered the LUT's name and its description. I left the file format as .cube. I believe this is the main file type for LUTs. I then tapped the export button and saved the file in my folder by tapping the save button in the top right of the screen. To test the newly saved LUT, I then returned to the main screen and I deleted the 2 adjustment layers I had made earlier. Then I opened the Adjustment Studio again, but this time selected LUT from the menu. From the LUT panel, I tapped on the Load button, which is in the top left corner of the panel. This will open the folder menu. I just need to navigate to my saved file and select the LUT I want. When I return to the main screen, the LUT adjustment has been added and it should look like it did when I originally edited it. To see how this LUT will look on another image, I deleted all the layers. Then I did a stock search using pixels again for another train image. Once found, I tapped and hold on it for a little while until it moves a bit and then dragged it onto the document area. The new image doesn't fit so well, so using the document menu I selected canvas and then from its sub menu I selected clip canvas. This will make the document area fit the image. I then repeated adding the LUT adjustment and loading in my saved LUT, and this will add the LUT settings to this new image. You could then add other adjustments or edits, or just export the image as it is. A LUT is just a shortcut way to give an image a desired edit or feel. They can pad out an image's finished size, and I think it can also use up memory space on the iPad when it is being used, which is why I believe they can't be stored as categories like they can on the desktop version of Affinity Photo. That said, you can add and use multiple LUT layers, even multiple versions of the same LUT, to get the effect that you want. It's like any editing you do. As long as you get the effect that you want in the end, how you got there doesn't really matter. Well, that's all for now. Thanks for your support. Carl.